You're watching Fox 6 Milwaukee, the exclusive home of the Super Bowl. This is Fox 6 News.
It has been 29 years since the Vince Lombardi Trophy has been in Titletown. Tonight, the trophy of Super Bowl champs is back home in Green Bay. Good evening, everyone. I'm Joyce Garbasiak reporting live from New Orleans. The Green Bay Packers are the world champions of football, having defeated the New England Patriots tonight 35-21. Tom Pippins will have game highlights in just a moment. But first, let's show you a little bit about the celebration afterward. Fireworks and confetti mark the good news for the Packers, and for their coach, a show of thanks and joy, as players hoisted Mike Holmgren on their shoulders and carried him off the field. Then, before their devoted fans, the Green Bay Packers were presented the Vince Lombardi Trophy.
Your team today reminded us all of the great Lombardi teams. We congratulate you and your extraordinary group of players on behalf of the league, on behalf of Packer fans in Wisconsin, throughout America, and indeed throughout the world. Mike, here's the Lombardi Trophy.
Okay, thank you.
Tonight is Packers history in the making, a moment the team and their fans have waited for and dreamed of for 29 years.
Say to Green Bay, the new America's team, and all of its fans around the world.
I think it's time, Terry, that the Lombardi Trophy goes home to Lambeau Field where it belongs.
To the Green Bay Packers, every member of the Green Bay Packers, well done, well done. To the fans of Green Bay, this is yours as much as it is ours, and we thank you very much for that.
I'm really humbled by the experience. This is the greatest group of players I've ever been around, the most unselfish group of players I've ever been around, and my coaches just did an awesome job all season long, keeping them focused, and they are to receive a lot of the credit. I mean, we were all in this thing together. Coach Lombardi had a wonderful legacy for the rest of us, and now we're just trying to do our part, and I hope we can do it for a long time to come.
You know, God brought me here. I want to say thank you, Jesus. It's not all about us. It's not all about what we accomplished. It's about what God has done in these players, in this team. And Lord Jesus, I just want to say thank you for the opportunity.
Feels good.
This feels great. Feels great. I want to say hi to my grandmother back home. Mother, hello, and all my family. I love you guys.
I tell you, I want to thank our fans, first of all. Thank the city of New Orleans. We worked very hard for this. We put forth a lot of effort. We went through a lot of tough times. Our team, you guys stuck with us. It's been a long road, but we're here. We want to thank all of you. Thank you.
You have to have confidence in yourself, and through all the adversity and the trials and tribulations, I've always had confidence in myself. I just think that you have to give a lot of credit to a man like Ron Wolf for seeing through all the BS and trusting his eye for talent and bringing me in here and giving me the opportunity to do the things I've done for this organization, this team thus far.
The players acknowledging the fan support and all of this. It was a game of many highlights for Packers fans as the Packers became the 13th consecutive team in the NFC to win the Super Bowl. Let's go to Tom Pippins now live in Milwaukee for more on the highlights. Tom?
All right, Joyce, thank you. A humble Mike Holmgren, Reggie White, Brett Favre. It's a love affair with the fans that'll go on, I think, for years to come, and it's special. For the first time since winning the first two Super Bowls in 1967 and 68, the Packers are the NFL world champs. They came out with their guns blazing on the second play from scrimmage. Brett Favre found Andre Rison wide open. He beat Otis Smith like a drum on the way to a 54-yard score, 7-0 green and gold. The Patriots rallied from a 10-0 deficit. Drew Bledsoe to Ben Coates, 14-10 New England, but the Pack came back with 17 unanswered points. Favre going to go up top for Antonio Freeman. This is a Super Bowl record, 81-yard connection, 17-14. The NFC champs get the lead for good. It was 2014 when the two-time league MVP decided, well, he was going to take matters into his own hands. Brett rolling left, number 4 is going to get into the end zone. 27-14, Packers at halftime. After a Curtis Martin scoring run brought the AFC champs to within a touchdown, Desmond Howard took the kickoff back, a Super Bowl record 99 yards for a touchdown. The Super Bowl MVP gained a record 244 return yards. Desmond Howard, absolutely fantastic. The night also belonged to Reggie White. He gets a Super Bowl record, 3 sacks and the ring. The first championship ring Reggie's won at any level. The Packers 35, the Patriots 21. They were favored by 14. They won by that many. They finished the season with a 16-3 record. And again, as Joyce said, the NFC wins it for a record 13 straight times. So 13 was a lucky number. From Milwaukee, back out to the Big Easy, and Tim Van Voorn for reaction to this from the Packers. T?
Thank you very much, Tom. Positive reaction, as you would expect. I guess that cold for Brett Favre wasn't much of an issue at all. He was dominant in this game, leading the Packers even though he doesn't win the MVP award. Well, you said it, reaction from the Packers, who can now call themselves Super Bowl champs.
This is a feeling I can't even... I always wanted to feel this. And, it's been a long time coming.
This is great, man. I just have to thank the Lord for this opportunity and thank the coaches for this opportunity. And this is great, man. You know, I don't know how to explain it right now, but hey, it's one of the greatest feelings of my life.
Can't wait to get back there because we got to share it with the fans back home because they're giving us everything.
It's easy to be a follower, but it takes a hell of a lot of courage to be a leader. And Coach M.A. and General Manager Ron Wolf definitely was a leader because he saw through all the BS. He trusted his eye for talent, and now he's world champ. It don't get any sweeter than this.
It will indeed be a happy plane ride home for the Green Bay Packers, who touch down and then go through the streets of Titletown tomorrow. Tom Pippins will be coming up with more highlights, reaction, and sports news for you in just a little bit. But for now, back to Joyce Garbasiak elsewhere here in the Superdome.
Tim, thank you. You know, fans who had traveled from parts all over to come here to see this game at the Superdome are euphoric. You can only imagine what the mood is like in Titletown itself. Our Molly Fay is doing more than imagining. She's covering. We're going to join her now live from the Brown County Expo Center with that story. Molly?
Well, hi, Joyce. We're right outside Lambeau Field, and the celebrations continue here. They probably rival what's going on in New Orleans, except it's much, much colder here. And let me tell you, during the playoffs, fans said nothing could be finer than beating Carolina. But now Packers fans know nothing could be finer than beating the pants off the Patriots.
Best news the city could have. It's the great news for Wisconsin, and these are the best fans there are.
I never thought I'd see this. I never thought I'd see it.
I like it a lot. It's really great to see the Packers win a Super Bowl.
Moved down to Florida, and I came up here Friday for this game. And I'm freezing my butt off, and I love it. And you are beautiful. Turn that camera off.
This is what Packers spirit does to people.
Oh, I love it.
You can see what that fever does to people, and Green Bay is once again Titletown. Now we're going to join reporter Phil Harris on Water Street in Milwaukee. Phil?
Yeah, we're here on Water Street in Milwaukee, where, as you can see, the spirit is really loud and joyful here as well. They've been cheering fans walking the streets and the sidewalks and in the street, yelling and cheering about the Green Bay Packers' big win. Actually, this all began as soon as the game was over. It's been going on for a couple hours now. We've seen all kinds of things on the street in the last couple hours. There's been yelling, banners, flags, cheering crowds, people without shirts, people without a lot more than that. Many cars decorated and some people decorated as well. Everybody's glad, saying Green Bay is #1. That's the mood here. It's been a very loud and boisterous crowd, but the police tell me that they don't think there have been any arrests. The crowd has been pretty well behaved in spite of what's going on now. Now we go back to Janet in Green Bay.
Okay, Phil, thanks a lot. Now, not for a moment did Packers fans think that their team would lose this game. They arrived here in New Orleans ready to party, and now there's no better time to do it. The partying started before the game was even over. These are the people who say they have died and gone to heaven. For this moment, nothing else in the world matters.
This is awesome. It's like incredible experience. All the Wisconsin fans coming down here.
The Packer fans inside here are not the only ones who came to join the green and gold spirit. Problem is, they couldn't get inside. So they just came up with their own version of the Superdome. And when it was all over, ticket or no ticket, many Packers fans met on Bourbon Street for one big party. Now it's time to sell those championship hats.
Locker room champ hats! The game was great, and Desmond Howard deserves MVP. I'm glad he really did well. Yeah. This is great. I've been waiting 29 years for this. My kid wasn't even born the last time they did it. How you feel about it?
I've listened to him holler for 23 years, so it's about time.
Go ahead, Packer fans. Get crazy. It's what you've been waiting for so many years.
30 years, God love us all.
Offensive-wise, was the best team in about 20 decades, man.
Very good.
Next year.
Now, the Packer fans here are already talking about Super Bowl 32. They are still making their way down to Bourbon Street, and I guarantee you that's one place that will be jumping until sunrise. We're going to go back to Joyce Garbasiak in the Superdome.
Thank you, and I shudder to think what would have happened had the Packers lost tonight. You know, 72,000 plus fans crammed the Superdome. It's safe to say a majority of them cheering for the Packers. Our Vince Condella gauged some of their reaction to the game. We join him now live from outside the Superdome. Vince?
Thanks very much, Joyce. It really was quite a happy crowd that came out right after the game. Photojournalist Mary Krusek and I were there to sort of greet them as they came out, and you can imagine that their reaction was pretty universal. Take a look.
I can't believe it. This is phenomenal.
The best part, taking the whole experience, the whole aura, just seeing it, seeing all the towels waving, seeing the yellow everywhere.
Seeing Reggie get his championship. What's the best part for you guys? Desmond. Desmond's the man. Reggie, seeing Reggie. Oh, beautiful.
It was a trip to get here. Just 30 years since I was born, just watching the Packers, and finally everything came through.
I can't wait for San Diego.
We're going to San Diego.
Yeah, how about that, Joyce? So they're already thinking about San Diego, as Janet mentioned in her piece as well. The fans are looking forward to next year, and why not? Optimism is very high, wouldn't you think?
Super Bowl 32. All right, thanks very much, Vince Condella. If you had any doubt, erase it. The glory years have returned for the Green Bay Packers, and you can count on Fox 6 for the most complete coverage of this historic time in the team's history. We'll be here for about the next half hour or so, and tomorrow morning, more coverage on Fox 6 Wake Up News. Join us from Green Bay and New Orleans on Fox 6 Wake Up News. It comes your way tomorrow morning starting at 5:30. And there is still more to come on Fox 6 tonight as we go to break. The first touchdown of Super Bowl 31 made by number 84, Andre Rison. It set the tone for the night. The Packers beating the Patriots 35-21. Congratulations to the Green Bay Packers, now Super Bowl champions. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Fox 6. It's the face of a happy quarterback. Brett Favre sports a big smile after a touchdown to Andre Rison, the first touchdown in Super Bowl 31. Tonight, the Packers have every reason to smile. They are Super Bowl champions. And this commanding victory tonight had to stir pride in the Packers who were part of the glory years. Our Jane Skinner spoke with two of them tonight. We join her now live for that story outside the Superdome. Jane?
Well, Joyce, you know, we've been talking so much for the past 2 weeks about how it has been so long, 29 years since the Packers had won a Super Bowl, been in a Super Bowl. And we did talk to the legends that were here tonight, Bart Starr and Donnie Anderson. I spoke with them at the end of the game. Both of them said they were moved by this victory.
It's emotional in that you know how the players are feeling. You've been there, so they're experiencing things which you did. And so you can identify with them. Yes, you get very emotional, as I told you we did at the championship game in Green Bay. I cried when they presented the trophy to them after that game. But again, knowing what they've gone through, how they've endured, how they've worked their way up incrementally over the last couple of years, it's a wonderful happening for them.
Will they be back, do you think?
Absolutely.
And your MVP picks for tonight?
I would pick Brett. He had a sensational game. That 81-yard touchdown pass could not have been thrown better. Full stride, perfect throw, and he did a beautiful job all night long. But I think you also have to factor in Howard. He played well on special teams. And don't forget Mr. White either.
The Packer fans have always been wonderful, and it's nice to see them again have this opportunity. Now it looks like the game's going to be over, that after 30 years they're the world champions again. So it's a very humbling feeling inside for me. It's kind of like I played, but I wasn't there, and put a tear in your eye. It's emotional. I think I'd really be surprised if all the Packers that played didn't think about Coach Lombardi this week, and it's a really good feeling.
And Joyce, both of those men really seem thrilled and not threatened by this new era. They know that their place in Packer history is quite secure.
What a wonderful time for them. Thanks, Jane Skinner reporting. You know, the fans who traveled here to see this game each had their own reason for wanting to be here. Our Ted Perry joins us now with a story about a family who had special incentive for being here tonight. Ted?
How appropriate, Joyce. Thank you that this story follows the one about some of the earlier legends, because so many people in their late 20s, early 30s in this state are Packer fans because their parents were. And tonight, one story that really proves this game was a family affair. You've never really seen desperate.
Yes, we do windows.
Until you've been outside the Super Bowl an hour before kickoff, when things get a little weird. There will be some who would not get into this game tonight, some real fans squeezed out by high rollers who wanted more to say they were there.
So 310 must be over here.
But before you become too cynical about who actually gets into the Super Bowl, meet Sarah and Hal Heyman of Sheboygan Falls.
Unbelievable.
Sarah is Hal's youngest daughter, and since she now lives in Denver, they don't get to see each other much, which is why the surprise phone call last week was so special.
My daughter called me about over a week ago and says, Dad, I've got 2 tickets to the Super Bowl. She lives in Denver, and you think you can get away down there?
He did get down here, and she from Denver, like old times going to Lambeau Field.
It's probably got to be one of the most outstanding events. Well, the most outstanding event I think I'm ever going to witness.
I'm the youngest of 3 girls, so Dad kind of taught me football, and it's really very, very special.
As Hal took his seat, he looked around and asked, "It doesn't get any better than this?" No, Hal, it probably doesn't. Real nice to see father and daughter going to the games together. She was raised a Packer fan because he was a Packer fan. He remembers watching the first 2 Super Bowls. And speaking of family, and what a family affair this was, as I was coming over here from our satellite truck, Antonio Freeman and his family surrounding him as he walked out. And that guy who was nicknamed Buttons by his mother just looked so pleased, and he had a great game, and he was just so happy his second year in the NFL, and he's with his family celebrating the Super Bowl.
I saw them too, and I couldn't see wider smiles anywhere. It was wonderful. Thanks, Ted Perry. Green Bay welcomes home its Super Bowl champs tomorrow afternoon. They're promising piles of confetti taller than the snowdrifts and more warmth than you could ever expect on a January day. The plane lands around 1:30, and the parade starts right afterward, and you'll see that arrival and motorcade live right here on Fox 6. Melody Wilson and Tom Pippins will anchor our coverage in Milwaukee. It all starts at 1:30 here on Fox 6. There is still more to come in this newscast as we go to break. A live picture from Titletown, USA. According to our Mike Bartley in Green Bay, a crowd of fans stormed Lambeau Field to celebrate tonight. We'll check in with him a little bit later. Tomorrow, the Packers bring home the Vince Lombardi Trophy after 29 years. Congratulations to the Green and Gold, the world champions of football.